Hello, everybody. Just gonna give everybody a chance to get on here. And, while you guys are coming on, let's give you guys a chance. You'll have to forgive me. My head is like all scrambled. There's so much spirit coming through today. It's not even funny. So, hold on, guys. Before I start taking calls, I'm just going to, I just want to show you guys what happened. I don't even know how to make sense of this. So you guys see how during the live readings, I usually hold a stone. I can't remember the name of this stone off the top of my head, but it's one that helps in your third eye kind of thing, right? It's got to remember it's the beginning of the live reading, so I can hardly speak because Spirit's trying to like take over my brain. But anyway, so as I'm like sitting down to like start the live readings, I pick up my stone and I put it in my hand, and guess what happens? The freaking thing just crumbled in half. I'm not super strong. Like, there's no way that I could have just busted this in half. Like, I don't know. Any of my gem friends out there who have gems or anything like that know how something like this could happen? Please, I'm very interested in how that worked. But anyway, okay. So that being said, I'm a little freaked out, but hello, everybody. Just a reminder, I will not be live this weekend for members because I was live last weekend. So I will be back not this Saturday, but the Saturday afterwards. And I will be in Edmonton this Saturday evening. So for those of you in Edmonton, I can't wait to see you. I'm not sure if it's full or not. You'll have to ask my friend Tammy Jo. I think she's watching. She's usually watching. So if you look in the comment section, you should be able to find her name, Tammy Jo Prevost. And check with her if you're in the Edmonton area and you're interested in a group reading. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. She might be full. But anyway, so that being said, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Now I'm ready. So here we go. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you calling for the free readings?
I am. How are you?
Good. How are you? What's your first name?
It's Samantha.
Samantha. Okay, so holy Samantha, I can't even give me a second to talk. Your loved ones, it was almost like, if you guys can imagine, an audience full of people, and as soon as you said your name, I heard your loved ones go, "Oh, that's us!" And it's like The Price is Right, where they run down to the stage or something. I just felt this rush of emotion. It was really funny. Sorry. Funnier in my head, maybe. Okay. So are you sitting somewhere where we can do the grounding exercise?
I am. Yep.
Okay, awesome. If I can get you to take a deep breath, but picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me. Then just give me a minute to focus. Okay. Okay, so you have some very excited people, I have to say. Again, they're coming through very excited. Like, yes, we got through. Yes. Have you been trying for a while, Samantha? Because they feel very proud of themselves. So either you've been trying for quite a while and they are finally getting through, or they are very proud of themselves that they've been able to get you through time and time again. Because there's something about being very proud of themselves for getting you through.
Probably the second one.
So we've spoken before. Okay.
Yeah, well, last week, and
last week even.
I watched the video. Yeah, I watched the video, and I just said to them, because I missed a few of them. I just said to them, well, if you guys want to talk to me, you better make sure that I get through next week.
That's so funny, because they're like, yes, see, told you. Oh, that's so funny. So, okay, so I'm not sure who I'm going to start with because they're all kind of like speaking as one. So I got a lot of information, I have to say. First of all, there's a great excitement around you. They all kind of get excited as they approach you. So I need to like separate them and like slow them down. I think I want to start with the mother figure that's on the other side. So I'm not sure if this is mom, grandma, aunt. She really doesn't, she makes me feel, okay, slow this down. She's trying to go really fast. Like, do we have to go into this again? Slow this down. Okay. So there's a couple of things. So she's communicating. Then there's a gentleman over here. So I'm not sure if I'm getting stuff from both of them or what the heck. But I feel like she's trying to bring him through as well. That's part of the point of what she's doing here. Because when I'm asking her to validate who she is, she's like, oh man, this again? We don't need to know who I am. My point is to bring him through.
Oh.
Do you know who that would be? Why this lady would be so excited? Was there, put it this way, was there one specific gentleman that you were very excited to hear from today?
Actually, I really didn't give it any thought.
Okay, so interesting. Hold on. Interesting. So the gentleman, I feel like, has something to do with confusion. It's interesting. I get Alzheimer's and dementia a lot with women, but not as often with men. But this gentleman takes me to the end of his life, and I feel like I was a little bit confused or a little bit disoriented. And he makes me feel like he's extremely grateful for the way that people cared for him towards the end of his life.
Okay.
Do you understand who that would be?
Oh my. Is he like related to me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so I only have one gentleman on the other side related to me, and that would be my grandpa.
Okay, so would you understand how he would be why he would take me to the head, which would indicate either confusion, because I definitely feel a little bit of, what he's making me feel is like I'm at the mercy of my family towards the end. Like I really have to put myself in their hands to take care of me because I'm not able to do this all on my own. Does that make sense?
It could make sense. I mean, my grandpa passed away from like a heart attack, but he passed away when I was very young.
Was he bedridden or like very, very elderly before he passed away?
I mean, he was elderly, but I don't remember him being bedridden.
Interesting. Okay, because they're being very specific, and here's the thing about spirit is they don't care if you can validate this in the moment, to be honest with you, especially I've learned during the live readings, they'll say whatever, and because they know you can get it validated later, and 9 times out of 10 people contact me afterwards and are like, oh yeah, I talked to my mom, she knew exactly who that was. But he's being very specific about coming forward. He definitely feels related to you and above you. And I'm not sure why he is coming forward so specifically, other than, so now I want to go back to the grandmother figure because she feels related to you as well, but on the other side of the family.
Okay, so yeah, my grandma from my mom and my dad's side has passed away.
So this grandmother shows me the body scan, which is my symbol for somebody who either had a lot of different things wrong with their body before they passed away, or that was in a lot of pain before they passed away. But she talks about that it didn't last very long.
That would be my mom's mom.
Okay. It's like only the last few months that the pain was really there. Before that, she's making me feel like she was really strong. She put it this way, she's coming through very proud of how strong she was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we found out she was sicker in probably around May, and she was gone in June.
That's why she's making me feel like I see. That's why she's making me feel like she's so proud of how strong she was. So,
Hmm.
did she know and just not tell anyone? She's making me feel like she had, whether she went to the doctor or not, she's making me feel like she had an idea that something was wrong, but she wanted to be strong. Like she was trying to be tough. I don't know if she was the type that didn't like to go to the doctor or whatnot, but she's like, I was strong.
Yeah, she was very strong towards the end.
This is your mom's mom?
Hmm.
Because she just put the white blanket around your mom's shoulder, and I just see her extending a lot of love to mom. And so the white blanket is my symbol for when spirit's watching over somebody who has health or stress issues. And I just feel like mom just didn't take that very well. Maybe I don't know if this was like, yeah, she's like, what do you mean you don't know if it was sudden? May, June, what part of that didn't you understand? She's like, of course it was sudden. And there's just that whole entire thing she's making me feel like was really hard for your mom to process.
Yeah, my mom really took good care of her in the end. Like it was my mom that did the majority of it.
She's very grateful toward your mom for that. Slow this down. She's showing me two things, my symbol for choices and decisions and my symbol for gratitude. So I think what she's trying to say is there was some kind of choices or decisions that mom had to make for her mom towards the end of your grandma's life.
Yeah, she decided to bring my grandma home instead of leaving her in the hospital.
Oh my God, when you said that, I got goosebumps and I almost want to cry, the amount of relief that I can feel. And then your grandma shows me the communication symbol. Was your grandma not really able to communicate how grateful she was for that? Because I got to tell you, I was overwhelmed with gratitude when you said that.
Well, no, she wasn't able to really speak in the end. Like when she got off the plane from going out and visiting with her relatives out east, she just kind of like was completely like a different person. Like she didn't talk. It's like she didn't know. Like it was like she couldn't really communicate at all.
And that's why she's needing to step forward right now and let your mom know how incredibly grateful she was for the choices and decisions that your mom made. And please let your mom know that the second that her mom was back in your mom's care, that she felt safe. And that's the biggest thing that you guys need to realize is that, see, she's talking about the brain scoop, or she's showing me your mom and the brain scoop, which is not, when they show me the brain scoop, that's their way of not wanting somebody to remember that way. And she's talking about that your mom really needs to understand that everything that she did was absolutely enough and that it gave her the safety and the peace that she needed to be able to pass away.
Yeah, 'cause at the end, when my grandma was passing away, my mom actually gave her permission. She's like, it's okay, Mom, you can go.
Please let her know how much gratitude her mom has for that. And that's why she's bringing forward this gentleman. This feels like, honestly, hold on, now that I'm like tuning in on this, because remember in the beginning, she brought forward the gentleman and she said, she was very excited about bringing this gentleman forward. And I thought it was for you, but I think it's more for your mom. It's almost like this is your grandma's way of thanking your mom for everything that she did for her. This gentleman feels very bonded towards your mom, therefore bonded with you and loves you very much. But it doesn't surprise me that you don't know him because I feel like he's been gone long before you were born. I almost want to say this would be your mom's grandfather.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You'll have to ask your mom if the information in the beginning made sense for her grandfather, because I feel like it's her mom's way of letting her know that she's found peace and on the other side, and letting her know that he's been watching over her this entire time, that he's also there.
Oh, wow.
But she's extremely proud of you. She's like, we're not going to forget you here, Sam. She's like, she's extremely proud of you. She's showing me my symbol for changes, and that especially I feel like in the last 3 to 6 months, you've made some big changes in your world. She's talking about making some hard choices. She just showed me making hard but right choices, not the easy but wrong choices. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She's like just wanting you to know that they're very much watching over you on the other side and extremely proud of you. She's like, just keep doing what you're doing. We're absolutely here. She's very much enjoying the chats, by the way. I feel like you've started talking to her. She's like, this is new. I like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Her way to validate that she hears you.
Oh.
I hope that was helpful.
It was very helpful.
All right. You have an amazing day.
Oh, you too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Aww. So sweet. Okay. This thing is crumbling in my hand as we go. Weird, eh? Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, is this Tracy?
Yes. Are you calling for the free readings?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's your first name?
Megan.
Megan. Okay. We're going to start with a little grounding exercise. Are you somewhere where you can be quiet for a second?
I got children, so we can try.
Okay. I know that's the problem with noontime readings, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So with feet flat on the floor for a minute, I'm going to get you to take a deep breath, but picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me. And then just give me a minute to focus. Interesting. Okay. Sorry, you said your name was Megan?
Yes.
Okay, so right away, I'm very aware of two men that step forward. One feels like he's above the other one. So hold on a second. So there's two men. There's also a lady over here, and there's a dog. Slow this down.
A dog?
I think it's a dog. It could be a cat. I'm just very well aware that they're standing by with the animal. Somebody lost the animal. They're standing by. Okay, so I'm not sure where to start here. Okay, so I'm going to go to the gentleman, I think, because the way they come forward is like one gentleman standing, letting you know that he has the soul of the younger person on the other side. And I'm hearing a lot of this song, Daddy's Hands, which is my symbol for either a father figure, or dad's side of the family.
Would it be my dad's side? My dad's still here. My dad's dad is still here.
Interesting.
The only male that passed away would be my mother's dad.
Okay, no, hold on. There is absolutely a father figure that steps forward with somebody that's underneath of him. Hold on. I need him to give me something else so I can understand who he is. So, okay, so here's the thing. Even though I can feel that he is a father figure, the thing with spirit is that they talk in signs and symbols, pictures, emotions, etc. And I'm just trying to piece them together. So I'm going to tell you what he's saying to me, because maybe I'm misinterpreting this. And what is not going to change is the signs and symbols, but the way I'm interpreting it may. Okay, so I'm slow this down, because this gentleman is coming through, and oh goodness. So there's somebody who passed from an accident or a tragic death. They're being very specific. They won't let me move on. So this is not somebody that is connected to you.
Is this a male or
yes.
a female?
I'm pretty sure that, slow this down. Okay, so what I am absolutely sure of is that the person that they've connected with on the other side is absolutely a father figure. That's how they put it, is that I've connected with the father figure on the other side. He is a father figure to that person. They're coming through, there is something about a tragedy or an accident. They're snapping their fingers. There's white lighters all around the younger person. So that would tell me that, so white lighters are beings on the other side that are pure white light, and their job is to help souls heal. So typically, they will surround somebody who either took their own life, takes responsibility.
The only person that I would know would be my cousin, which is a female that died in a tragic car accident.
Yeah.
And but
the father figure above her.
Who's above her?
Would be either father or grandfather above her.
Would be, well, it would be our grandfather on my mother's side. That would, but there was no tragic.
But he's on the other side, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, so this is what Spirit is saying. This is a perfect example of how the signs and symbols don't change, but we just have to work together to understand what they mean. Because what's going on is this gentleman is coming forward. I'm hearing daddy's hands, which is my symbol for father figure or father, etc. Then he's very, very insistently letting me know that he has the younger person with him. The younger person passed tragically or unexpectedly, and that's why it's very important that they take this moment to come through and let you know that they are safe, at peace, and have reunited with the father figure that's on the other side. Does that make sense now?
Yep.
Okay.
Now it does.
Okay. See, and this is where if I get one little tiny detail like the sex of the younger person wrong, then you might not understand the rest of it. But as soon as I get that one thing, as soon as we correct and understand that one little thing, the rest of the signs and symbols make sense.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now that we understand that, they move on to the next message, and there's an importance around the family knowing that your cousin is safe and at peace on the other side. And they're showing me the rose, which is my symbol for anniversary or something that happens once a year. Could be either birthday or anniversary. Is it around the time of the passing of when your cousin passed, or a birthday, or the end? I'm not sure what she means by
Her
this.
birthday was actually just this month on the 12th, I believe, and her anniversary is coming up in November, actually, on Remembrance Day.
Okay. This is her way of acknowledging. And when you said that, she's like, and they're going to remember me again. You guys...
We do. Actually, we do. We definitely do celebrate both the birthday and the anniversary date.
You know, I have to tell you that she doesn't feel sad to be dead, I have to say, if that makes sense. Even though I know that she passed tragically and young, the way that her soul comes through is full of life, I have to say. She makes me feel like she has no regrets, like she had like an amazing life. Like she makes me feel like she may have died young, but she had a quality of life that most people don't get to experience. Does that make sense?
Very much so, yes.
She's like, so don't be sad for me. She's like, it's like, you know, she slid into home. She had the most incredible run, and she's so extremely thankful. Again, she's showing me the rose, and I'm seeing tattoo. Did somebody actually get a flower or a tattoo of her for her?
I wouldn't know if her siblings did. I'm not too sure.
Did she like rock?
I got a memoriam put on me, but it's not of a rose.
That's okay. Okay, so hold on a second. Slow down, honey, slow down. She's like, her energy, she's like showing me the rock symbol. Like, did she like rock and roll, I have to say?
Yes, yeah, to a certain degree. Yeah, I would say she was into it. She was into all different kinds of music.
You know what she's doing? She's taking me back a few years before she passed. Like, was she quite young when she passed? Like, I want to say 20s, early 30s, if.
25.
There we go. Because she's making me feel like she wants you to go back a few years to when she's like young and rocking it out. And she's like showing me that that's how she wants you to remember her.
She's definitely a wild one, that's for sure. She was always on the go and always exploring the Canada, basically.
Slow this down. She's showing me my symbol for distance or space. Had you guys not talked for a while before she passed away?
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't talk for a bit. There was no falling out.
Yes, it was just a matter of we didn't get a chance to say goodbye because she's like, no goodbyes. She's like, it's not goodbye. I'm still here. I'm not dead. Slow this down.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was, we were very, very close. And because she was X amount of years older than me and she was into other things, our parents didn't think, okay, you know, at me being such a young age, 12, 13 years old, it wasn't okay for me to hang out with somebody that was in their, you know, early 20s at that point because, you know, different things would go on. So we would actually, I would tell my mom that I'm going out to hang out with a friend, but meanwhile I was going to meet up with my cousin because that's how we kind of snuck around to see each other.
You know what?
We weren't allowed to.
That makes a lot of sense to me, why she keeps taking me back. Remember I said she keeps taking me back to when you guys are younger and telling you that she wants you to remember her that way. That's how she wants you to remember her. And she's like, you know, I can still help you get in trouble.
And when you mentioned the rose thing, actually, come to think of it, she has actually, my deceased cousin there, she has a tattoo of a rose.
Thank you.
Herself.
That's what she was showing me. Rose tattoo. Rose tattoo.
Yeah.
There we
go. She had a tattoo, I believe it was on her ankle.
She's very proud of that. She's still got that. She's showing me, so this was some time ago that she passed, correct?
13 years now, yes.
Because she showed me standing beside you when you had your children.
Pardon?
She's showing me standing beside you when you had your children. She's showing me that she was right beside you when they placed the soul of your children in your arms. She's like talking, okay, so hold on. She's very specific here. I'm not sure if this was your first or your second. You've got 2 children?
I got 4.
Oh, interesting. Okay, because she's talking about one of them that was comical. She's like making me feel like, I don't know how to explain this, like the baby was tricky, like somebody was hiding, or I don't know how to explain this. Babies don't hide, so I don't know what that means. Hold on. Did you not know you were pregnant with one of them until like halfway through the pregnancy or something like that?
No. No.
Okay, because she's making me feel like there was something about one of the pregnancies that was very funny. I don't know how to explain it. Or one of the births that was very funny. And it feels like I was supposed to give birth like this, but instead I gave birth over here. And I was supposed to do it this way, but instead we did it this way. And it feels like everything was like different than the way we had it planned out. Or I don't know how to explain it.
It would probably be my youngest. I was living in the Lower Mainland, and unfortunately, I wasn't a real big fan of their healthcare.
Right.
So, and I was very scared, and I was trying to come home back to Alberta prior to having my daughter because I didn't want to. We were in the middle of the move in February, and I didn't want to end up going into labor because of the altitude drop with, being from the mountains and driving.
But
so
you had her where you were. You didn't make it back to Alberta, did you?
I didn't end up having her in Alberta. I ended up having her in BC. So that's the only one that I've had some comedy, I guess, with all my children.
That's so funny. So you were in the East, you wanted to have her in Alberta, and you ended up having her in BC?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, that would explain the comic of why they're making...
I wasn't actually a big fan about that.
There we go. But okay, so just the fact that it's very specific information, do you know what I mean? So what Spirit does is they will bring up things that there is no possibility that I could know, so that you know that their soul was with you at that exact moment, so that you know that their soul is still with you. So,
like, I know that I'm not sure if it would have been my youngest or with my oldest, because my oldest was actually born 2 months prior to her passing. And like I said, me and my deceased cousin, we were very close with one another, and I know that she wanted to meet my daughter.
Did you name your daughter after her? Because as you're speaking, she's pointing from herself to your child.
Pardon?
So I asked if you named one of your children after her, because as you're speaking, she's pointing from herself to your child. So when they do that, that either means that you named one of your children after her, or one of them is just like her.
It would probably be my oldest. Like I said, she's pretty wild like her.
She's like, look out.
Yeah. But like I said, she really wanted to meet my eldest daughter, but didn't end up getting to, because she was in Saskatchewan and I was in Alberta at the time being. I did have, which I was weird, I was going through pictures. I believe my daughter must have been, I'm going to say, maybe 3 years old at this point in time. She has never met my cousin. I have many pictures of my cousin, and which is weird for the one picture. I actually had a picture, and I've looked at this picture a million times, and then all of a sudden, after she's passed away, there's a huge blob, like of an orb, sitting right next to her in this picture. And my cousin, or my daughter at 3 years old, pointed to her and said, "That's Big Brandy, Mommy." And she had never met her. And then she would run around the house, yelling her name. And
yes, because children can see spirit. They can see them a lot easier than we can, and they just know that they're there. And trust me, your cousin has made a very big impact in your children's lives, because remember what she said earlier is, Tracy, I'm not dead. Like, she has not carried herself as dead. So by that I mean she didn't just go away and stop interacting in your life when she passed away.
Which is weird. When, this is going to sound so weird, but when I have those days where you're just kind of feeling off, you're stressed out, you're just not feeling yourself, and I will automatically hear one of her favorite songs on the radio instantly.
Yeah. Because you know what? She's very much involved.
I know you're here.
She's very much involved in your life. Spirit is like...
I kind of assumed that.
She's pulling her energy back, but I have to say one more thing. Who just dyed their hair or changed the color of their hair recently? Or is there something about a purple stripe that's going in the hair?
Purple? Nobody that I know of.
It could be the next person that's coming through. I feel like somebody else is trying to butt in. This is a new thing I've been noticing on lives recently. Towards the end of one phone call, it's like the next person's loved ones is like pushing through. It's like, come on, let's go. It's so funny. I'm sorry, Megan, but I hope that was helpful anyway.
Definitely was.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
You as well. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, see, that's the thing about live, guys. I can only control so much. Interesting. Wow, that was a big, like, whoosh of energy. We still have time, right? Yes, we still have time. Okay. Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, are you calling for the free reading?
I am.
Awesome. What is your first name?
It's Stephanie.
Stephanie. Okay. Okay, Steph, so if you can do a little grounding exercise with me real quick.
Yep.
If I can get you to sit somewhere where your feet are both flat on the ground, and then I want you to take a deep breath, but picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me. And then just give me 1 minute to focus. Okay. Sorry, give me a second here. So you have a few people that I gotta say step forward very, very, very excited and nurturing and a lot of love. I feel like we're making preparations. Is somebody having a baby or is there a baby coming up somewhere in the family?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so hold on because they're very much getting excited. I'm not even sure where I'm gonna start. So, okay, give me a second. So I'm just going to throw out at you everything that I'm seeing, and then we'll go back and figure out what it means afterwards, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, there is, again, the feeling of daddy's hands, or the song Daddy's Hands, which is my symbol for either father, father figure, or somebody who's like a father. He stands here. Then there's some women over here. Hold on a second. It's funny because I feel like there's a group of women. I'm not sure yet if this is like grandma and all her sisters or auntie and all her sisters, or I'm not sure who they all are yet, but there's a
I've lost quite a few aunts on my mom's side, so
that would make sense because they come through as a group. Like they're all sisters. Do you know what I mean? All
yep.
the sisters come through. Put it that way. So you know who they are? Okay. I'm just validating that you know who these women are. Okay, so one,
yep.
2, 3, and then the 4. Is there 3 sisters and then your grandmother as well?
On my mom's side, yes.
Okay, because that's what they just showed me. The 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 would be the lady above them. So they all come through together.
Okay.
They're really excited. Like they're very much greeting you. It's interesting. They're like, "Hi!" And what is there somebody else in the room with you or something right now?
My mom.
Because I feel like they're looking at her going, haha, told you. Like there's something like, you didn't think this was real, but here we are. So again, okay, so hold on a second. So right away, so slow them down. Oh, so your mom's father is also on the other side, correct?
Yes.
Because that's who's coming forward. Remember I said I was here in Daddy's hands?
Yep.
I feel like this is more for your mom than you, honey. Sorry to say. What is your mom's name?
Sandra.
Sandra. Definitely. There's an overwhelming feeling of Daddy's hands, Daddy's hands. Was your mom very close with her dad?
Yes.
Because there's so much love coming from him to her. He's very excited to be able to say hello today and to let her know that he absolutely has been watching over her. He put the white blanket over her shoulders and kissed her cheek in just a reassuring way, in just an acknowledging way. Like, so the white blanket is my symbol for health or stress issues. When somebody has health or stress issues and spirit is watching over them. And the way that her Dad did it is he kind of puts it around her shoulders and he's just like, I know, sweetheart, I'm here. You just need to know I'm here. Has your mom been going through a hard time recently?
Kind of.
Oh, because he just like kissed her heart. He's taking me, okay, I don't know what this means. They're taking me to the side. Again, I'm hearing, your father's still here in the physical world though, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because I see what he's doing. Because he's taking me to the side. I'm hearing Daddy's hands, but not in the same way I heard it before. So I knew it was different. And then there's my sense of acknowledgement. So he's wanting to acknowledge him as well. Oh, is that why? Oh, I see. Interesting. Because he puts a white blanket around his shoulders as well. Is that where mom's stress is coming from? Dad's health issues right now?
No.
Who's got the cough?
I have a cough right now. My son has a cough.
There we go. Okay, hold on. Okay, so when you mentioned your son, oh my gosh, I heard everybody on the other side just get, it's almost like you hear everybody talking at once or like everybody like, ah, like the kids. They're so excited about the kids. Hold on. Was there like a string of okay, so you'll have to bear with me because I feel like they're not doing this in order. They're going back and forth, back and forth.
Okay.
Somebody on the ladies' side talked about that the string of deaths is over. It's almost like there was a string, like every year somebody's passing away, or every 2 years it feels like somebody's passing, and that it's like I feel like I'm afraid to like what's coming up this year. Who's gonna be next? Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
They want to let you guys know that that's nobody's dying for another 5 or 10 years. That this is like over. Everybody is okay for a while.
That's good to know.
They're wishing a happy birthday. Slow this down. I don't know what that means. Slow this down. Okay, one at a time. So I want to go to your child's story. What was your name again, hon?
Stephanie?
Stephanie, I know you said you had a son, but I'm seeing times two. I'm seeing two. Do you have 2 children?
Yeah, I have a daughter and a son.
Okay.
And we suspect she's pregnant now.
And you suspect she's pregnant now. Thank you. Because that's the first thing that they said. As soon as they pulled up, they're like, baby, 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 baby. That's all I heard. There's an extreme sense of congratulations. You know what's interesting is they're extremely excited to be able to be the ones to tell you this because I feel like absolutely, like, don't take it to the bank. I could be wrong, but I'm feeling like if you are not pregnant right now, it is very soon to come because they're welcoming this child. They're also showing me, okay, hold on a second. They just showed me the feather. So the feather can indicate one of two things, and I'm hearing drums, so that I'm thinking this is, do you have a connection with the native culture, hun?
Yes.
There we go. Because the feather is my symbol for the native culture, and I'm hearing the drums. They're offering their respect and their. It feels like they're honoring you and respecting you for something to do with respecting the culture. You'll have to forgive my ignorance on this. I don't know a huge amount about the native culture. But it's almost like your ancestors on the other side are thanking you for either teaching your children about something to do with this native culture, or it's something to do with the way you're bringing your children into the world and the native culture. Does that make sense?
It's creepy because we were just smudging the other day. Yeah, we were just starting to smudge
there you go.
our house up.
So that's their symbol to let you know that they're validating that they were with you at that exact moment and that they're extremely proud of you for this. They're like talking about taking your future back and you got this and being extremely proud of you for making the hard choices, not so much the easy choices. It's interesting. I think you're the second person that they've said that to today. And again, I'm seeing the hair. Who dyed their hair purple? Who had the purple streak?
Nobody that I know of. Purple streak.
It's weird. At the end of the last reading and at the end of this reading, a gentleman keeps popping in and talking about that his loved one dyed their hair purple. It's interesting. Okay, so hold on. Okay, slow down, go back. So I'm just gonna tune his energy out because I don't know what I'm not getting that from the group of women, and that's not coming from the dad figure. That's coming from somewhere different. So that's weird. I've never had that happen before. Give me a second. So what I find a little bit interesting is the women, they kind of speak as a group. They communicate. It's like almost like they didn't want to take the time for one person to step forward because they didn't want to leave anyone out, if that makes sense. By validating that they knew that there was 3 sisters and a mother on the other side, they said that's enough for you to know that it's all of them at the same time. Because there's a huge amount of love that remember I said in the beginning that all of these people brought forward so much love and nurturing, and it feels like you're just on this, they're showing me literally change directions and here we go. And there's a feeling of empowerment and change coming into your world. Does that make sense?
Yep.
They're pulling their energy back, but as they do, sorry, you guys can probably see that. I can't, my cat's attacking my plant behind me. So as they're pulling their energy back, the father figure steps forward again and kisses your mom's cheek. He just really needs to reiterate how incredibly proud of her he is for the mother that she and the person that she has developed into. He just makes me feel like it's extremely important that he validate this. I don't know if he wasn't able to communicate this before he passed away or what the heck, but it feels extremely important that your mom knows just how proud of her her dad is. Because he's just showing me night and day, like that she has made so many changes and she is such a completely different person than she was back then.
That's very true.
He's like, okay, now he's pulling his energy back. He's just offering lots of love and nurturing. And again, there's a lot of respect and gratitude for the embracing of the culture again and just letting you know that that's going to make your success come even faster. Because it's as if you are in school or you have started a new job or whatever this new path is on, it's like you want to get there even faster. And the way that you do that is by embracing your culture again. Either your culture, a belief system, it's a higher power, that the source. Do you know what I mean? By embracing that faith, you make those successes in your life come 10 times faster. Would you stop, bad kitty? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, I hope that was helpful.
It was. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, guys. That's all I'm going to do for today. My cat is out of control. My son is moving out as we speak, which is why I can't let my cat out, and she's kind of freaking out. So it's making it a little bit difficult to continue with the readings. But I do want to say that whoever this is that just dyed their hair purple, I have to say this is new that Spirit is doing to me. They've learned that they can, I had this happen a couple of weeks ago during a members live, I think. spirit knows that this is recorded and that people are going to be seeing this. So I'm going to give this spirit the acknowledgement of just saying what they need me to say. So they very much want to identify that they are with the person, with this young lady who has either recently dyed her hair purple or one of her kids dyed their hair purple or something like that. All I know is this is a father figure that's above her. Yeah, I say father figure. I don't know. It's a gentleman that is very bonded, put it that way. I don't know if this is brother or father, but there is a gentleman that was very close to her that's on the other side. She's going through a hard time, and he needs her to know that he's with her, that she's okay, that this is going to be okay. And he just says this too shall pass. So don't forget that. And I'm not sure who that's for, but I know that you just dyed your hair purple, you're female, and that you made some big changes, that this is about to, these, I know that you made some big changes and you said, give me a sign or I can't do this anymore and I give up. And this is your symbol that, I don't know if this is your dad or your grandfather or your brother, I know it's the gentleman you miss very much, is saying, don't you dare give up, girl, you got this, and we love you and we believe in you. So anyway, guys, hope that was helpful. I'm going to let my son finish moving out and my cat stop freaking out. And thank you guys very much. I will see you again next Tuesday. And for those of you in Edmonton, I will see you this Friday. Saturday evening. Have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.